This is Miss Bess. She's got the deviation of her whole upper jaw, that way her maxilla. Dr. Lydia is coming by today, so we're going to do a little consult together and make a final decision on Miss Bess.
Who will save us? Who will save us? When the truth in the shadows, all hail to the hero.
And this is our teeth.
Oh my goodness. That is so severe.
Yes, yes.
Did you guys do radiographs?
Yes, let me pull those. Let me grab my computer, show you.
What a good girl. What a good girl. Yeah, she's got very severe. Hi. I'm surprised that she's not a more severe body condition score. Her incisors don't line up at all. There's no overlap. Good girl. And you can see she's got kind of mucopurulent discharge. She's got some infection up in there. And no airflow at all out of this left nostril, which is hard. Horses are obligate nasal breathers. So if we have a snotty nose, we can just breathe through our mouth. Horses don't have that capability, so they really need both nostrils, and it looks like she's got some pinching in here as well. So she's struggling to breathe out of that one nostril with that pretty severe deviation as well. You're a very sweet girl.
Yeah, bless her heart. I mean, she just totally...
There's no incisor overlap.
No, none whatsoever. So you're constantly the rest of her life without surgery to keep those from...
You couldn't even pull this over. You'd have to transect this entire...
you have to break the whole thing, realign with the plates.
This condition, the medical term is called deviation of the rostral maxilla. So the maxilla is the whole set of bony structures that make up the upper part of the face, and then the mandible is the lower part of the face. And this poor filly has the most severe deviation I've ever seen, to the point that she has no airflow on the left side. So when we think about a correction, it's really easy to look at a black and white x-ray and go, okay, the surgery consists of cutting bones and putting plates to make those bones nice and straight. But the other component of that are all those soft tissue structures. So we've got ligaments and nerves and veins and arteries and all of those structures. And then if you have postoperative swelling, you can risk compromising the ability to breathe. She only has one partially functional nostril, so it's just an extremely complicated surgery, even with a really minor deviation. And hers is so severe that she doesn't have any overlap. So her top and bottom incisors are supposed to go like this, and they're all the way like this. They don't, well, they're like this. So they don't touch each other at all. So her case is just, it's really astoundingly bad. I used to work for a boarded surgeon, and we saw one case with this condition, and it was nowhere near this severe. It was just a little bit of like one tooth was off, and they were able to just kind of lengthen one side to kind of straighten things out. And this poor girl would need both sides transected. So Dr. Nancy, I think you're spot on.
Yeah, because I've asked several, especially when I was at Dental Academy, nobody was in the ballpark of try it. Because again, just the quality of life, as Dr. Lydia said, just the complications, the mouth is not clean, the infection rate, the dehiscence rate.
She already has an infection too. Yeah.
So that's just one of those, it's just not in her best interest. So that's why we are going to give her the last act of kindness, just for her quality of life benefit on that. So,
and not even just surgery and surgical recovery, but her whole life, she would be at constant risk of chronic reinfection and pain. The chances of her not getting the care that she needed, even if Horse Plus did try this surgery, would be really low. So we don't want to risk her going somewhere else and not getting the care she needs. She's so cute.
She is. She's a sweetheart. She's lovable. She can be. So.
Hey, I am back. I'm better than ever. I just had my nice vacation, and now I'm gonna bother the team like I always do. And as you can see, where's my sign?
I didn't do it, but I know who did.
I'm gonna find who did this. They stole my sign, And my desk is different, and I have a new chicken. More chickens to my collection. My chickens are a mess, so I'm going to find out and hunt whoever did this. But yeah, I'm back. Yeah.
We have a working interview here for our small animal department. We get a lot of dogs in, and one of the dogs that just came to us has such a sad story. Somebody was moving across the United States, and when they were in Arkansas, they saw this poor little skinny puppy on the side of the road, and they spent a long time trying to catch her, and they finally got her. She's covered in fleas. She's really messed up. So Dawn's gonna be taking her in, and the person that brought this dog said I think they spent like 5 hours calling shelters all over the place, and we were the only ones that said yes. And so we're very happy that we're able to help her and hopefully get her ready so she can go on and find a new home. So Dawn's gonna be doing her intake.
She does have a little bit of green discharge coming from her eye, which is a little concerning. She is thin. Her belly's a little bit distended, which typically comes from not being dewormed. She does have some sores on her rear end here. That could be from itching, from the fleas, because they've just been biting and biting and biting. And in my experience, this is definitely typical of a dog that's just been kind of left to fend for herself, especially with how much she wants to eat. But she is very sweet. She is a very good girl. I did notice a very large tick right here. It's very large. We're going to remove that. I've been doing this for almost 20 years in the animal shelter, moved into the veterinary side of it, and realized that I needed to come back into the animal shelter side of this field, just because these guys just need somebody to help them, because they can't help themselves. Yeah, I started in 2004 as just a kennel tech. I was just cleaning kennels. I worked part-time, just picking up dog poop, basically, and making sure that they had clean kennels. And I worked my way all the way up to an animal control officer. It took me a while, but just seeing all the animals and the neglect and the cases that would come in, I just felt that that's where I was drawn to go to that side of it, and to make sure that the people that treated these animals poorly, that they were prosecuted to as much as the laws we could possibly prosecute, and make sure that they paid for what they did, and make sure that these guys never had to suffer through that again. So this is a parvo distemper vaccination, and then she'll also be getting a bordetella, which is the vaccination for kennel cough. This one is intranasal, and this one is sub-Q. So she'll be getting one in her nose and then one in her left leg.
You did great.
Well, got 24 bales, 5x4 bales of orchard grass hay, full of nutrition, and we rolled it, I think, yesterday, day before yesterday, getting it straight out of the field, coming straight to the horses. Well, today we brought 24 bales of summer cut of orchard grass, I'd say around between 10 and 12% protein, excellent hay, soft, palatable for the horses, very digestible hay, and especially the older horses with their digestion. And very proud of this hay today. Beautiful 90-degree weather, man, it cured out just right. Going back and try to get another one, maybe this afternoon or first thing in the morning, straight out of the field.
This morning, our hay guy was running the tractor,
and noticed that there was fuel leaking out onto the ground. After he got done putting the hay away, I come over and was working on the tractor, and we have a hole worn into the high pressure line here. You can see where it's been rubbing on this plastic piece for a while. It ate through that and then ate through the hose. So the tractor is out of commission for a while. I called the parts place. They can't have it till Monday or Tuesday of next week. So I've got it ordered. Until then, I think we got another piece of equipment coming so that we can still put out hay and do the things we need to do while our tractor is down for right now. But normal wear and tear, things happen. So it's hot out.
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with them.
I've run everything but.
I got you. Go ahead, hop in. I'll give you a rundown.
It's probably about the same.
All right, go ahead and lift that down. Turn your key. Yep. Turn it again. All right. Now, when you need to move it or anything, you got it twice. Yep. And you'll hear it kind of click.
I heard you click.
When you do, your right arm's a bucket and your left arm's to drive it. Now you have a pedal right here. If you don't want to use that pedal, you can use this. But if you're going to use the pedal, you don't have to touch that at all.
Yeah, we just probably use about all of it. I'll train Troy real quick, and then I got lots of things to do.
Our tractor has broken down, and so I searched everywhere for a new tractor to rent for a little while till we can get ours fixed. Couldn't find one, so we're renting the skid steer so we can get our tractor fixed.
This is Miss Harvest, and if you remember, we originally trimmed off the huge mass of proud flesh. We done very conservative treatment to see how her body, how reactive it, how bad it would throw the proud flesh back at us. It really has not done hardly any. It's a nice flush level. Some people cosmetically that would still bother them, so I was like, well, we can do some hair plugs. And I didn't get those done before I left to go to Idaho because they require bandage changes, and I didn't want to leave everybody kind of having to worry about that. But then we got the light therapy in the meantime that is supposed to work on proud flesh. So I'm going to go in today, just trim this back down a little more flush, get us a nice fresh edge. I'm honestly, personally happy with how she's done. We're just going to try to finish her up for a better cosmetic appearance. Doesn't affect her soundness, doesn't affect her riding. Whatever done the injury, it's superficial skin only, cosmetic. So cosmetic blemish, but she does have a sarcoid here and here. I've been doctoring on those, so I'm going to continue those, finish those up. So, but she is available for adoption because what I'm doing, any other veterinarian can follow up with to finish her out. The plan is I'm just going to lay her down because where she's so flinchy while she's standing up is I'm going to have to play moving target on getting it smoothed down as good as I want, so I can accomplish what I'm after a lot faster and quicker just laying her down. And all I'm doing is just making it flush there to the skin and just undermining it. We'll do a little cauterizing, then we'll do her light, and that's it. That's all we needed to take off. Put our cream on. We'll do our light therapy, and then I will bandage that to clot up that last little bit. That looks so good, darling. It went really well. It trimmed off very nicely. So once I got it trimmed off where we have a nice flush level again, we done the phototherapy, and I've just put a little bandage wrap for some compression till this afternoon. I will keep her close. I'm going to put her in the dry lot here at the vet barn with Mary, so it's easier to check her in the morning. But again, function-wise, doesn't affect her, so we'll keep an eye and we'll put her on the treatment regimen of once a week for the phototherapy for the proud flesh. So again, it's a test case. We'll see how it does, and we always have the backup of the hair plugs if nothing else. So I just want her to have the best cosmetic appearance that she can have, but function-wise does not hurt her one bit. This is a sarcoid treatment. There's more than one way to do it. This is a herbal paste that I've had good luck with in the past. Some people hate it. Some people love it. So again, there's more than one way to do things. But we've been working on hers. It's been responding. We've had no other skin issues. You see the skin around it is healthy. The treatment has not bothered it. So we're gonna just finish it out with it.
Today we have Zoetis coming in to do a demonstration. I know you've really been wanting to get proper diagnostics going. You want to tell our viewers a little bit about why it's important. And our board did at the last meeting approve us for getting some new equipment and why it's important for us.
It's really important on a lot of these. Of course, the animals we get are sick, and it'll help us make better decisions faster on what shape they're in, what needs to be directed. You know, is there infections going on that we suspect? But turnaround time, we can get answers a lot faster, a lot quicker. And again, for the small animal side, if we're doing more spays, neuters, we can do that pre-op blood work, which is standard of care. So again, just gets us more on par of where we need to be at to do the best we can for the animals.
So like if we have a horse that we rescue and maybe it's in organ failure, we're not gonna know right away. We're gonna have to pull the blood, ship the blood, wait all these days later, and then find out there's nothing we can do for that animal and it's suffering. Equipment like this could help us get to these answers faster and relieve suffering faster. If an animal needs euthanasia, we don't want to prolong that suffering.
Yep, so again, turnaround time and just more real-time answers of making the best decisions quicker for these animals.
So I'll be excited to see this presentation, and hopefully we can get some of this equipment here so we can get these answers faster instead of later.
Yep.
It's been great having Lindsay with Zoetis here, giving us such a great demonstration, and we're really excited about upping our level of animal care and diagnostics here at Horse Plus. So great to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
So I am giving Badger a bath. Badger just came out of quarantine, I believe it was last week. So we've been doing a little bit of work with him, just getting him comfortable with people. Today, I did a lot of work just getting him comfortable with me being around him. Touching him all over, picking up his feet, and started working on him with lowering his head. He did really well. We ended on a good note. He let me pick up all of his feet. And now we're just giving him a bath. The heat index today is just insane. I think it's up around like 110. So on hot days like this, we really don't want to do too much with the horses to get them worked up. So we'll just work on some small things, but we don't want to get them overworked. So a good way to end all these sessions too is just by giving the horse a bath. Give them a chance to cool down, and it also is good practice to give horses baths, just so when they do get adopted out, they're a little bit more well-rounded. If the new owner wants to go out and give them a bath, they should be standing perfect and not really be too worried about it. Give himself a little drink there. This is a cool 2-year-old right here. He is available for adoption. He has a really amazing mind on him. I mean, that was his first time ever getting a bath right there, and he did amazing. Everything that we're doing with him, it doesn't really take much to get him to understand what we're asking. So if you are interested in Badger, you can check him out at our adoption page on HorsePlusHumaneSociety.org. And when you come out here and you meet the horse and we meet you, we will go from there and approve you for the right horse. All right, well, I'm done with him. I'm gonna get him squeegeed off and then I'm gonna let him hang out until he dries off, and then he'll be going right back out to his pasture. I'm covered in water. Come on, kid. So it's literally a squeegee. You just use it to get all the excess water off the horse, and it'll help him dry off quicker. You can give him a bath, you can keep him clean. Best of your ability. As soon as you turn him back out, they're gonna find a nice spot with dirt and poop and mud and hay, and they're gonna roll in it. All right, buddy, you're done. Let me get you tied up. We'll wait for you to dry off, and you'll be good to go.
Hey, sweetheart. Well, we're bearing weight on it, at least. Huh. Wonder how you walk with that. Can you walk forward? You're tired right now, kid. This is Mr. Prince. He's a 7-year-old quarter horse, and unfortunately, he was found in the pasture a few weeks ago with a tendon injury. The owners have been working on trying to get him treated, and unfortunately, management-wise, it's a lot more than they can handle right now, which is a common thing that happens. You know, they want to do well by their horse, they just don't have the facility to do the daily care, the clean bandage changes, the whole 9 yards. So they brought him to us, and the good news is, the report from his other vet is his superficial digital tendon was torn about 60%, but it's still functional right now. It is still open and draining. So with these, we're gonna keep him on his antibiotics, his pain meds, try to get it to seal over as it heals. The risk when it seals over is sometimes they go acutely lame on you that way with the pressure from the fluid not draining out. So that's my biggest immediate in the back of my mind is, okay, can we get him healed in and everything still be good? So we are going to try to see what we can do with him here. Again, even if they had kept him at home with their vet, we're still not past that critical point of the tendon being completely sealed up yet. So, but we're gonna do our best and we'll see how he does. I've done a physical exam on him, everything looks good, so I'm gonna take his bandage off, take a look at it, and we'll kind of get our baseline assessment, go through with what their vet had been doing and make our management plan of how to follow up with his care. And you got a little crack on that other foot over there. You got cracks up both of them, ooh. We got some hoof care to deal with, yeah.
That goes way up.
This one goes all the way. We got some issues going on. Oh, it's not bad. No, it doesn't. Now here's all veterinarians, we do this, we smell. No bad, no nasty, foul smell. I know, but Pseudomonas smells like grape bubble gum. You know, there's certain things that have odors. You can't help it because it's just one of those things. We're using all of our senses besides taste to get a better idea of what's going on. I see a little bit of proud flesh wanting to start because anytime below the knees, below the hocks, proud flesh is always an issue. Biggest issue is getting that tendon to seal up first. I'll deal with proud flesh after the fact. So I'll just do a good rinse today. But tender-wise, he's not tender on anything. That's just him being fidgety, so that's not a true pain. So yeah, this one has potential still. Now again, we're still not past it being sealed over point. So I will keep saying that over and over. Until we seal over, we are nowhere out of the woods yet. So this is just sterile water for irrigation. So again, that way, I'm not using just tap water. I know it's completely clean. I'm not contaminating that because I don't want any contamination to get in there while I'm cleaning it, so. I have looked at the wound. It is definitely still draining, which I knew that. We have cleaned it off. I'm letting it air dry a little bit now, then I'm gonna wipe it down, make certain it's really good and dry before I reapply the wrap. And again, this is gonna be a daily change to keep it cleaned off because where it is draining, you don't want to leave it on there more than a day at a time. And again, then we'll just start him on his meds. Keep our fingers crossed. He's a sweet guy, so hopefully everything works out in his favor.
Hi, Dawn.
Hi. I'm playing vet assistant today.
I see that.
I'm okay with it. At least it's cool in here.
Oh, it feels so nice.
Okay, we're good now. Thank you. We're not going to talk about my aesthetics of the bandage today. I will order what I need that will make it look neater. And if Midwest will do their job, they'll be here tomorrow. So I will hold off on tomorrow's bandage change until UPS runs. So I just finished on Prince's initial evaluation, took a look at it, cleaned it, changed the bandage, done initial round of antibiotic coverage till I get more details from his vet records where he's been at. And then we will just follow up and do our best to get him healed in and sound again if possible. So he's a sweet boy, so I am optimistic. I don't want to jinx this or anything, but hopefully everything will work out in his favor. We're going to give him a good try though.
I came here to drop my horse off because he's hurt and I want him to have a better life. And I also adopted a kitty cat, and his name is Dom.
Hi, baby. You be a good kitty. We like it when we see kitties get adopted. We're getting ready to get this stuff all loaded and head to Shelbyville to protest the celebration of the Big Lick.
And I'm having an icy.
Me too. And what are you doing, Emily?
I'm having one too.
Oh, okay, cool. So basically Don's doing most of the work.
It's all this is above my weight requirement for my wrist.
Ah, okay, so you guys are helping her then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See, I carried something.
Yeah, you did.
Keith, Emily, and I got everything packed up in the Equinox, and we're just waiting for everybody to get around. About hour or so, we'll head out of here.
All right, we are headed to go protest. This is our first year protesting in Shelbyville without Clint, so that's pretty sad, but we're gonna try to do the best we can and raise as much awareness as we can of what's happening to Big Lick horses. We're here in Shelbyville to protest the Big Lick and the celebration that's going on. We would always come here to the newspaper as often as we could. They would never publish both sides of the story. They always were very hostile about us being over here, but it seems the newspaper has been bought out, so we're hoping the new newspaper will write an article showing both sides. But it's a great place with a lot of traffic going by, so we can help raise awareness before we head over to where the entrance is to this celebration. We're just out here. It's great to see the support ladies. She's clapping, she's giving us thumbs up in her car. We just want the citizens of Shelbyville to know that we're not okay with the abuse, and we support those who are against it and raise awareness for those who don't know about this.
It feels great, actually. This is the first time I've really heard about this, and immediately when I read and saw what they do to these horses, I was on board with being out here to boycott these guys and to show my support, absolutely.
I have really been against this whole showing technique for a very long time, and so it's awesome to be a part of this organization now and be able to come out here and stand with them and protest against this. Really hoping that we can make some waves at some point and get this outlawed. It's just a little ridiculous in my opinion. I've worked with a lot of performance horses and this has never been needed.
I'm getting a lot of all finger waves this year. Maybe people are starting to realize that this is abuse and it needs to stop.
we finished this part of the side talking about Big Lick, and now we're moving to a different location to even spread our statement.
There's been a few people flipping us off. They're just using that finger to count the number of brain cells they have. It's okay.
There's a couple more locations we're going to be going to. So we've got this location we were at in downtown Shelbyville. Then we're going to go to the celebration entrance. We may go to one other place before we settle down where the horses are coming in and raising awareness there. So busy, 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 but that's the best way to raise awareness.
We're at the entrance of the Tennessee Walking Celebration. It's opening night tonight. And this is a new spot for us. We haven't done this one before. We're right on Main Street, right in front of the official entrance. We're getting a lot of waves and a lot of support, a lot of honks. Maybe we're doing some good out here finally. I hope to gain that they quit using the stacks and soring the horses. If they just did flat shod, we're totally for that. It's the painful stacks, 8 to 10 pound stacks that they have to wear with 6-inch nails drilled into their foot. It's just horrible abuse for them.
Hey, my name's Tina. We're here at the Walking Horse Celebration grounds in Shelbyville protesting the Big Lick today. We've gotten a lot of good response. We've gotten a lot of people giving us thumbs up, waving, shaking their heads, things like that, which is really good. We've gotten a little bit of negative, not as much as we have in the past. I think people are really starting to see that this is really not a good thing. I talked to a couple of guys today at the Verizon store of all places, and we're talking about how hot it was, and I told them what I was going to do, and they had no idea what the Big Lick was. So I told them about it, and they said, we're going to do a little research on this. I don't like how that sounds, and that they were going to be with us here in spirit today. So yeah, a lot of people don't know that this even still goes on. It's only in the South, and the South's going to have to wake up and get with the program that this is abuse, and it needs to stop.
This is my second year here in Shelbyville. Last year I was here with Clant, and I think this is where I met Clant too last year, and he just made me hit the ground running, and I just started working, getting everything set up and helping him out. Unfortunately, he did pass away earlier this year, so he didn't get to see Big Lick end, which is what he fought so hard to do. But hopefully we can do that for him. Hopefully we can help end this in his memory, just kind of let him know up there that what he did will not go in vain, that we could still do this.
We're headed to the next location. We're going to be setting up some pretty big banners. Also putting out a lot of stacks so passerbyers can see and handle a stack.
These are Glimmer shoes. These are the stacks that Tanya and Clint got him at auction in. They're about 8.17 ounces.
Stacks of what?
Everything's set up, so we're ready to start protesting at our final location for this evening.
So something that I've noticed out here is how they load these horses onto the trailer. Every trailer that's pulling into here, the horses are loaded backwards, which means that these horses can't even stand properly in the trailers. They're loading them backwards because their front ends are stacked up so high. It makes it to where they can brace themselves, so they put them backwards instead of putting them forwards or in a slant load, because otherwise these horses would then fall on their back ends. So it's really crazy to see how they're doing things so different from everyone else in the horse world.
So anytime that a horse's natural gait is changed, it's actually considered a lameness. So the artificial gait that you see in the Big Lick with them flinging their legs way up in the air, that is considered a lameness.
I got popsicles for everyone through DoorDash.
Well, at least we can stay cool now. That was hard. There we go, much better.
It's very, very hot today, and Tanya looks out for her people. We're very grateful.
Wrapping up our first day of protesting, it's been a very long and very hot day, but we were able to be the voice for horses, and that's what it's about, and raise awareness. I think just having a table out here with all the stacks really show like the behind the scenes of it. And tomorrow we'll be out protesting again in different areas and raising more awareness so we can put it into this once and for all. We're done with the first day of protesting, and we went all over Shelbyville and protested, and we saw a lot of great support from the locals. And then, you know, when we were here next to the show, it was a little hostile, but we're here raising awareness for the horses that have none, and we fully support horses being shown flat shod for their natural ability. We're just wanting the Big Lick and the stacks and chains to be done away with. It's time to put them away, show horses for their natural ability. We don't need artificial in this world, we need real.
Big Lick is abuse! Big Lick is abuse! Big Lick is abuse!